What's good, y'all? It's your big homie, Big BAYDAY, man. Let me share this thing real quick, man. Y'all share this when y'all come in. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's going on? Let me get my feng shui right, man. Get the feng shui going. What's going on, everybody, man? It's your big homie, man. This is another episode of the Real Talk Real Shit podcast. And once again, I appreciate everybody who is here, is going to be here, and who has been here. I appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all so much for coming in and hitting that like button. Everybody, as you come in, please hit the like button so we can share this video so the algorithm can push it out and some people can come into the live, man. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. It means everything to me. It means everything to me. And that's me. I'm lighting an incense stick, man. Incense stick, man. Happy to receive the message tonight. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate everybody for always being here. Seamus V and Colin, I got special love and respect for y'all. So thank y'all so much for being here as always. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about ignorance not being bliss, man. You know, ignorance is not bliss. Once again, man, a very important message, man. But all my messages and all my lives and all my experiences come from real places, man. It comes from real experiences. It comes from real situations, real conversations, real people's lives. I'm not on here, and I never have gotten online or on YouTube or any social media platform just to run my mouth or just to hear myself speak. I am not egotistical. I'm not one of those cynical guys who just thinks he's the one and everything is all about him. I'm not him. I'm not that. I'm a humble servant as well as I'm a humble teacher. I'm a humble servant and I'm a humble teacher. So if you got the wrong idea about me, that's not you. If you're objective and you're realistic, you'll know what type of man I am. But if you think see, hold on. Let me open up this door real quick. Let me open up this door and get some fresh air in this mother sucker real quick, man. Man, because I tell y'all all the time, I don't be wanting to do these messages, but these messages are very much needed. But the people who might need to hear the message, they might not ever hear these messages. But since people don't like to listen, and since people don't like to take heed, they might not get the message. But for those who do listen, and for those who do take heed, and for those who are not biased or thinking that they can't learn or can't grow and develop, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. So what do I mean by ignorance is not bliss? Because the world it's told y'all that ignorance is bliss. The world has told you and told everybody that not knowing, and what ignorance is not knowing. It's a state of not knowing. It's a state of not knowing. That's what ignorance is. It's not the N word. See, racist people used to say the N word means ignorant person and shit like that. No. Racist people just assume black people are ignorant. And if you portray yourself as ignorant and if you carry yourself as ignorant, you will be treated as ignorant. So first and foremost, all people, but especially black people, all races, all creeds of the world, but especially black people cannot afford to be considered or treated as ignorant, because we're already treated as ignorant. We're already perceived as ignorant, not knowing. We're already perceived as behind, because the people who perceive us as ignorant and unknowing and not knowing and behind, those are the people who systematically kept us behind and not knowing for so many years. So they just assume that we're ignorant. They just assume that Black people are not knowing. So especially for Black people, it's one of our civic duties in this new America, in the world. It's one of your most important civic duties is to know. The truth may break you, knowledge reshapes you. I like that. But the truth will set you free, man. See, a lot of people, what's up, BH? What's good? A lot of people don't like the truth because this is the thing about the truth. The truth causes anybody and everybody to be held accountable and to hold yourself accountable. See, the truth is a form of accountability. Because, oh shit, I gotta put my pillow down. Oh my God. Fuck my pelvis. Damn. Shoosh. That shit hurts so bad. The truth is a form of accountability. Because with the truth being told and with the truth being heard, the truth is the state of being or the state of existence or the state of whatever it is. Truth is the actual factual state of any given thing. Truth is what it is. Truth is not what you feel. Truth is not what you want. Truth might not be what you always perceive or like, but the truth is exactly what it is. Truth is the state of being. And when you're dealing and living in truth and honesty and reality, the truth is a blueprint too. And the truth is a standard. It's a form of standard. So let me just break this shit down. Because I had somebody tell me they're tired of hearing people talk shit on social media, right? And to a certain extent, I respect that. I really respect that statement because I don't like to hear negativity. I don't like to hear non-productive conversations online. I don't like to hear that stuff. I don't like to hear things online where it's just doom and gloom and there's no result or there's no resolution trying to get brought up. I don't like hearing stuff that's doom and gloom with no resolution. I don't like stuff like that. I do not like, and I don't waste no time in my life to where I'm watching something or doing something, participating in something that's not going to get me some type of result. Oh my God, this shit hurts so bad. I have never continually chose to do anything in my life that was going to get me a harmful or negative result. And that's the true form of living in the truth and accountability. Because I've failed many times in my life. I was flawed a bunch of times in my life, but I never remained flawed and I never remained fucked up. Whenever I had problems, I did whatever I could to come up with solutions. Whenever I had an issue arise that was something that was hard for me, I didn't run away from it. I ran head first into the adversity to try to deal with it first and then come up with a solution secondly. See, I know I'm a lot stronger than a lot of people because I was raised by a military father. I was raised by my father was a prison guard in a maximum security military prison. My father was a military man. He was in the army. My father was very militant, very political, very militant. So I understand I was not raised to the same standards as average citizens was. That's why when I speak to y'all and when I speak to people and when I talk on the internet, I try to speak in a way that any and everybody can understand. Because I know that I'm speaking to geniuses, and I know that I'm speaking to people who don't, ignorant people too. I know I'm speaking to people who don't know nothing, and I know that I'm speaking to people who know a lot. So no matter what my audience is, I try to cater my message to where it can get perceived and received by everybody. And that comes from years and years and years and years of developing speech, developing myself, developing my personality, and developing myself, right? But so as me living now, let me talk about let me break this down about myself, because I'm not just talking shit. Because people think when you raise awareness, it's negativity. First and foremost, I'm a healthy, very healthy, a very healthy black man, middle-aged black man, upper middle age. I'm 39 years old. And for my age, for my 39 years of life, I don't know many men who can compete nor compare with me as far as health, physicality, mental strength, anything. I don't know many men in my age group who can compete with me in any kind of way. None. A nigga might have more money than me. He might have more this than me. He might have more that than me. But I promise you, I don't know any man more well-rounded than me at my age group. I don't. And I'm not tooting my own fucking horn. I accurately, openly criticize and compare myself to the best of the best, because this is what I do. I'm not going to how am I going to get on the internet and try to act like I'm going to tell y'all what to do when I'm not doing it myself? How could I get on the internet and act like I know what's going on and I'm all this and all that, but it don't work for me? See, the shit that I get on the internet and try to put y'all in perspective of or make you see, because some of y'all already understand. The shit that I try to put you in perspective of and make y'all see, it took me a long time to understand and see this shit. It took me a lot of work, a lot of self-work, a lot of self-worth, a lot of self-development to get to where I'm at today. So me setting myself apart from the average everyday loser citizen, me setting myself apart from the average everyday male loser in society, not trying to be better, but trying to be the best version of myself that I could be. See, like I said, I compare myself to other men because I'm a man just the same, but I never compete with another man. Because there's, like I said, I don't feel like any other man on my age group is anywhere near on my level. And with that being said, I'm here to try to help any way that I can. I'm here to try to help you and anybody any way that I can. So if my voice can help, God, please use my voice to help guide, give a motivational word, an inspirational word, or whatever kind of word that anybody who's listening to me needs. God, use my voice and my body to be your holy vessel to do your will on this earth. Now, with that being said, let's get to it. I realize why people they say ignorance is bliss, and they have adhered to that ideology or that thought process. Because ignorance is bliss for a child. That's good for a child, right? Ignorance is good for children. Because there's some things that children are not ready to learn. Ignorance is great for children because you don't want to overexpose your child to the wrong things, and you don't want to expose your child to the wrong things too early. See, there's a time for the birds and bees talk when you have a child. And if you don't know what the birds and the bees is, when I was growing up, they called it, your parents teaching you about the birds and the bees. They called it that. That was what your parents teaching you about sex was. That was sexual education. That was a code name for sexual education from your parents. They say, I'm going to teach my son about the birds and the bees when he hits 13, 14. I'm going to teach my daughter about the birds and the bees when she hits her period, when she hits 12, 11, 13, whatever age you choose. It's up to you. See, that was something that was left up to the parent, right? But now, since we live in such a perverse society, since so many of y'all, so many humans, so many citizens of the earth have allowed their bodies to be perverse and overly sexualized. Since the world has taught the young girls to do this and do that at the early age, and they've been doing it. Since the world has taught the young boys to do this and do that at young ages, and they've been doing it. See, a lot of people don't want to feel ashamed for what they've done, because things like shame make you feel and make you think about what you did so you could feel a certain way and do what? Hold yourself accountable. See, when you get an ass whooping or ashamed, called out for being bad when you were a little kid, and you get your ass popped or spanked or sit down and time outed or whatever your parent did to you to discipline you, when you got your discipline, that was your form of shaming. See, your parent caught you in there doing some nasty shit to yourself, or doing something nasty you wasn't supposed to be doing, and they called you out and shamed you for it. So as they shame you for it, then a good parent will call it out, shame it, discipline you, and then teach you about why you got disciplined, and then teach you why you shouldn't do that again. And I'm not saying you should whoop your child, because I don't whoop my children. I don't have to. I'm too big. I'm 600 pounds. I'm 6'4", and I'm 200 some pounds. I don't have to whoop my kids. I just yell at them if I have to at the most, if they're pissing me off. I don't have to whoop my kids. And I don't even have to yell at my kids. I don't even have to get frustrated. I only get frustrated for them to make them go to bed. That's it. When it's bedtime. That's the only thing we have an issue with. Other than that, my kids listen. They just want to stay up late sometimes because they're homeschool kids. So I don't have those issues. But let's talk about the ignorance. The reason why people don't want to be told what's best for them or what's better for them is so they can continue to sin. Most people who are sinners or heathens or wrongdoers or evil people or just mistake makers, because there's a lot of people who make mistakes and they know they couldn't live up to the glory of a good man or a good life. They know they can't live up to the glory of God. They know it. See, there's a lot of people in life who sin and violate the ethics of law and the ethics of God so much that they know that they can't come back. They know that they've crossed lines that they can't return from, so they just want to blur the line. See, a person who's crossed the line of morality for themselves, when they cross that line, they want to turn around behind them and smear the line out in the sand and blur and kick the line out so nobody else can see the line. Because once they cross that line, whether they're cool with what they've done or not, whether they can live with what they've done or not, their moral compass is intact. And whether you bury your morals, whether you suppress your morals, whether you ignore your morals, you still got them. You still have them. And except for people who weren't taught morals. Because Let me show y'all something. There are people out here who are so raised fucked up. There are children, young people who are raised all the way fucked up, and their morals are all the way wrong because they weren't raised right. They didn't have a proper balanced home. They didn't have a father. They didn't have a mother. They didn't have both. Something is off about them. Something is off about their upbringing. So I'm about to show y'all this clip of a 16-year-old black boy who drops out of high school, right? Drops out of high school, and his mama's arguing with him. And I didn't even hear this whole clip because I didn't even want to hear it. I want to hear it live with y'all. 16-year-old black boy whose mama, who dropped out of school to spin the block and kill people, and his mama is having a conversation with him. But I want y'all to see, and listen, I haven't seen this footage yet, but I guarantee you this. Watch this. I guarantee you this is a single mother, because a 16-year-old son who drops out of school to be a murderer, to be a gangster, to be a criminal, he cannot have a father or active father in his life. Because if he has a day-to-day active father in his life, his father's not going to have that shit. Because no real man, no real father would let their son strap up with guns and go outside with masks and guns to kill somebody, harm somebody, or get harmed themselves. No real father would allow his son to strap up, go outside, harm others, or get harmed himself. A real father would, guess what? Either put his foot down and stop his son, or either two, the most important thing he could do, get his son out that bum-ass, poor, poverty-ass, bum-ass neighborhood. And that's another thing, too. Before I show this video, y'all might say I'm talking shit, but I'm not. I'm bringing awareness to why ignorance is not bliss. Look, let's go. Let me just show you the video. Let me show you the video, man.
You better stop walking up on me and putting your hands in my face. I'm not none of them little boys. You better stop walking up on me and putting your hands in my face. I'm not none of them little boys. Stop playing with me. Ain't no moving no camera out your face so everybody can see how you act, y'all. You better stop walking up.
For one, listen to this shit. This boy's gonna tell his mama, you know what I do. Listen, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Our culture, hold on. This ain't our culture either. This is not black culture. This is evil slave culture in America. This slave culture in America has gotten so out of control. Our young boys have been turned into murderers or martyrs at best. This evil post-traumatic slave disorder culture that black people are dealing with in America has turned our young men into martyrs or murderers at best. You cannot make this up, and you can't fake this shit. Check this shit out, y'all. The caption says, I'm gonna read the caption. It says, "This is how my 16-year-old son that dropped out of school acts. He claims he's sliding and spin blocks. At this point, I don't know what to do. 100. Somebody please help me or give me advice." See, she doesn't have a husband. I already told y'all, I don't even have to see this shit. She don't have no husband. Because if she had a husband, this little motherfucker wouldn't be doing this. And he's not little. I bet you he's not little. He's probably big as hell. And let's go. Let's watch this shit, man. Y'all better realize this culture is not our culture. This murder, death, kill culture is given to us by the devil himself. And it's making our sons turn into murderers and martyrs. We got to do something about this. Fathers need to stand up. Fathers, raise your kids. Stop letting these women raise the kids by themselves.
You better stop walking up on me and putting your hands in my face. I'm not none of them little boys. Stop playing with me. Ain't no moving no camera out your face so everybody can see how you act, y'all. This is my 16-year-old son. Because if you finna do all this, you can get out my house.
I don't care.
No, you're not finna be in my house with this.
I'm finna go spin a block right now.
What you mean finna? What if they follow you home?
So what? That's on them.
You can do what you understand. I'm in this shit. What you mean I don't care? You can get out of it. You choosing not to get out of it. Ain't no getting out of it. And look how you dress. You got all this mask and stuff on, boy. You don't even look right. You wasn't even raised like that. You wasn't even raised like that. You better stop walking up on me because I'm not none of them little boys. You better stop walking up on me and putting your hands in my face because I'm not none of them little boys. Stop playing with me. Ain't no moving no camera out your face so everybody can see how you act, y'all. This is my 16-year-old son, and this is what he does. He's going to spit blocks. What the fuck does that even mean? What does spinning blocks even mean? Anybody you want to call? I'm out here. What if they follow you home? Your siblings live here. Oh, so what? It's going to be that. You don't care about your siblings? You don't care about what happens to them? If they come shoot up this house, then what? If somebody follow you home, then what? What are you supposed to do? This is my 16-year-old son. He don't go to school. He walk around looking like this.
He said, you can call my daddy, you can call my uncle. And the fucked up thing about it is, he didn't have no man in his life to protect him or show him the way. So all he knows is this street life. All he knows is the block. The block is his daddy. And he was Chicago. I could tell by his dialect. He said, you can call my daddy, my uncle. He was from Chicago. So this cycle never stops. This shit never stops for us. And see, the thing about it is he's going to spin the block, but he need to spin the block on them Venezuelans and shit. The criminals, not no asylum seeker. I ain't got no problem with no asylum seeker. I'm talking about these motherfuckers kicking in doors with guns and all that. He need to go spin the block on some of them. Stupid young black men. I've been told y'all years ago they came in. For the last 2 years, they've been arresting all the young black men. All of the young warrior class men. Because the ones who out there spinning blocks and doing all that, he's a warrior. That young man is a warrior. He's just a misguided warrior. He needs to go ahead and wait his time and join the army. He needs to wait till he's 18 and join the army and he can spin the block for his country. Straight up. And get paid to spin the block and get trained how to be a better spin the blocker. See, I would talk to this man and say, listen, young nigga, you want to go out and kill? You want to go out and be on the battlefield? Listen, young nigga, let's get some money. Just wait 2 years. Get your body right. Save yourself for 2 years, bro. And you can go straight to the military and you can get trained. And you can get trained in the military, bro. I'll tell him to wait. Wait till you're 18, go to the military. If you want to spin the block. But guess what? This shit ain't what they think it is, man. They done killed our warrior. They're taking our warrior class out of the game. We taking ourselves out of the game. Yeah. Why are we here? Said it best. The destruction of all great empires were an inside job from Babylon to America. It's the facts. From Rome, Babylon, America, Greece, all the motherfuckers were inside failure. Shit, Sodom and Gomorrah, that wasn't inside. That was God. God did that. That was outside. But yeah, nah, man. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. Other than like biblical floods and shit like that, all that nations fallen. Venezuela was an inside job. The same way Venezuela failed, all the other nations failed the same way. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. We know what's going on, but we ain't talking about that. I'm talking about psychology tonight. Look. This woman, this single mother was crying out for help, but she couldn't control this motherfucker. But you know why? Because she essentially allowed him to be like that. Because a woman cannot raise a man and show a man how to be a man. But I would say this. Men can successfully raise their daughters and their sons if they had to. You know why I know and how this is proven? I know plenty single parent fathers who their children are successful and structured in life. I'm talking about end results. But I don't know no single mother's children, sons who are really straight like that. Most of the single mama sons who are older and shit, they got women and a bunch of kids because they're in that woman cycles where they need a woman and living. It's that, that cycle. Because a man is actually supposed to have something of his own going on. Not be rich and all that. No, I didn't say that. A man's supposed to have something of his own going on. His own little purpose, his own little task, his own little something. Whatever he does, whatever he's good at. But a man is supposed to have their own little thing. So a man's never supposed to just be working a regular 9-to-5 job and then just being up under a woman his whole life. That's not going to make a man fulfilled. It's not going to keep your woman happy either. It's not going to keep your woman around, and it's not going to make you fulfilled. Because the job's going to unfulfill you every day. You're going to be doing some meaningless tasks every day, and that's going to drain you. And then if you just stuck up under your woman and you ain't really doing your purpose and ain't got nothing to show or offer, you'll be lost in the sauce. What kind of bug you got over there, girl? But yeah, man. People just want to be left alone so they could live their pointless lifestyles and be in misery. And I hate that it's like that, but people people just want to be in their misery and be left alone. Like, people are comfortable in their misery. Like, hey man, don't say nothing about me, man. I'm straight over here doing the nasty with this nigga. Don't say nothing about that. I ain't did nothing. Me and my nigga just over here doing nasty. And they know that shit is morally what it is, but they don't, it's just comfortable for them. So like, bro, I don't be giving a fuck no more. I'm not judging nobody. You do what you do. But morally, niggas know what they doing, and ignorance is not bliss. You know what's going on. Motherfuckers know what's going on. Motherfuckers just choose to not do the right thing. That's why they choose to stay ignorant. See, me, I'm never gonna be blissful because I got to do the right thing. And me doing the right thing is me consciously choosing to be disciplined, dedicated, on task, on point, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, responsible, reliant, dependable. Like, me being decent. You know, I don't want to be a negative to life. I want to be a positive addition to life. I want life to remember Big BAYDAY or BAYDAY. I want life to remember me as something good. I don't want life to remember me as just some little bug on the fly on the wall talking shit about people. I don't want to be remembered as that. I want to be remembered as the man who tried to do any and everything that he could to make the world a better place. I want to be known as the man who touched Mother Nature with his hands, and who lives off of nature, and who does the best that he can to stay in tune with life and be in tune with Mother Nature, and be in tune with reality and be in tune with natural balance. See, a lot of people don't want to live in natural harmony and balance, so they just want to stay ignorant and be in bliss. But see, natural harmony and balance takes a little bit of dedication. Natural harmony and balance takes a little bit of, I can't do that. Natural harmony and balance has rules and regulations. And see, a lot of people can't be in natural harmony and balance because they're going against the natural rules and regulations. So if you're breaking the laws of nature, if you're breaking the laws of life, you would love to be ignorant. You would love to stay ignorant and be blissful. Because if you're breaking the laws of life, you don't want to know the right thing. You don't want to do the right thing if you're breaking the laws of life. But if you're not breaking the laws of life and you're choosing to be natural harmony and live in natural balance and harmony of life, then you will understand you have shit to do. You have expectations. You have shit you can't do, and you have shit that you can't do. I mean, you can do and shit that you can't do. See, a person of decency and righteousness has limitations, because I can't just haul off and just smack the evildoer's face like I would sometimes be wanting to. But guess what? I can do is use my words to shame evil and call it out. So when people actually see it, they can notice it and say, damn, I'm gonna choose to stay away. I'm gonna choose to make the better choice. I'm gonna choose the right path, the high road. See, a lot of people they want to live in bliss and ignorance because they don't want to know the high road. They want to take the easy road with the bumps and rocks and shit, the one with nails, and they tire gonna keep getting popped and shit. The high road is a little bit harder to drive. It's a little bit more narrow. It ain't a bunch of turns. It's narrow. You got to stay straight on that mug. But when you're on the high road, God loves you. You will be loved by God himself. You will be given mercy by the great God himself. Because God made rules. God has standards. The Creator has rules and standards. You can't break the Creator's rules and think you're going to live a harmonious life. It don't work that way. If you break the Creator's rules, your life will be off balance. And if your life is off balance, you will be in chaos. And chaos breeds death, confusion, and negative things. You don't want to be off balance, confused, chaotic, unorganized. You want to be living in order. You want to be living in decent order, natural order. But see, a lot of people have went so far from natural order, they don't feel like they can come back home. A lot of people have went so far to the left, they feel like they can't get on that right path no more, that righteous path no more. And I understand it. But you can get back on the righteous path. But the thing about the righteous path, oh, you want some Coca-Cola? Babe, you want a cup of Coca-Cola? Nah, I don't drink it. Why? You don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. You got your Coca-Cola. They got the new song, I walk in the club, have a Pepsi. Everybody got to drink a Pepsi. And I seen these dumbass, look, man. My people perish due to lack of knowledge. I seen some young teenage dumb kids, because they were very ignorant, because they don't know no better. They had 2 cases of soda, a case of Pepsi and a case of some other soda. And a 12 pack of that shit too. And I was like, oh God, they don't even know what they're about to do. They're about to commit the ultimate sin. Hey, this shit is funny when you really think about it. Because for the people who don't, the ignorant people, they have no idea. They have no idea what they're about to drink and do. But for the people who know, oh my God, it's like the weight has been dropped on you. You be like, bruh, you be wanting to kick it out their hand. The whole 12 pack, bah! You be wanting to kick it out their damn hand. But you don't. You don't. Because you realize ignorance is bliss. And these people want to be ignorant. They want this shit. They love it. They need it. Most of these losers have nothing else. They need Mountain Dew. They need Coca-Cola. Y'all just seen, I showed y'all the video a month ago or a couple months ago where the white lady unalived her daughter by only giving her Mountain Dew. The bitch unalived her daughter by only giving her Mountain Dew. No food, just Mountain Dew in her sippy cup. Teeth gone, dead. And see, I done been, boy, I done been through so much shit with my children, bro. I'm everything smooth sailing from here on out. We know what to do, what not to do. We not playing no motherfucking games. I ain't playing no games behind my babies. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, most people are so ignorant they don't even know how to eat healthy. Most people are so ignorant they will never eat healthy in their whole life. Man, I seen this ignorant ass motherfucker. Let me not say it. Nah, fuck that. I had somebody ask me what type of juice I drink. They got the juice, started drinking the juice, and couldn't drink it. I was like, oh, this nasty. It's disgusting. Woody woo. And I'm like, it's fucking healthy. See, people don't understand something, man. If your body, it's like a child. Ignorance is for children. It's not for adults. Because my 4-year-old, he don't like a bunch of fruits and vegetables and stuff, like vegetables. He eats fruits, but he don't like a bunch of vegetables and shit. So I gotta like trick him or convince him, I should say, not trick. I have to convince him to eat vegetables in a weird way. Like I have to talk him through it, and he's looking at it weird, and so, and all vegetables aren't good either. Let me just say that all vegetables aren't, because if you're not eating real vegetables, nowadays you could be eating fake vegetables. You could be eating fake everything, man. So it's really about having the knowledge, man. Nowadays, it's really about having the knowledge. I mean, you would have no idea what you're doing and consuming, man. That's why if you're not knowledgeable about anything else in the world, you need to focus on your diet, man. I'm gonna just say that because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I can tell you everything what to do, because your body probably wouldn't make it in my lifestyle. I fast a lot. I only eat fruits and vegetables. Your body wouldn't probably make it. Some people's bodies probably can't handle it how I live. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's body is different. But healthy life is definitely something that comes from being knowledgeable and not being ignorant, man. I thank God that I had the mother and the fathers that I had, because my mother gave me the knowledge of health and cooking and shit like that. And then my father gave me the knowledge of science and sociology and people and shit like that. So I'm just thankful for this life, man. But people need to stop being so ignorant, man. We cannot continue to live in ignorance when we're in the most pivotal state of humanity that humanity's ever seen. We've never seen, you haven't seen nobody's seen in our lifetime this grand migration shit. We've never seen this level of scarcity that we're seeing. We haven't seen, put it like this, y'all. As I be buying products on the shelves, and they notice, like I keep telling y'all, when they start noticing you like a certain product that's healthy or doesn't have a certain ingredient or doesn't have a certain this that you looking for or something you're looking for, they will take that product off the shelf and put it back on the shelf with that in it. Y'all better realize this is like the Wizard of Oz. This shit is like the Wizard of Oz. I don't know how deep this shit goes. I don't know who's controlling it, but we're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. This shit is like Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, bro. It's like so controlled, man. Man, it's so controlled. I'm not gonna say too much, but yeah, man, y'all better stop being so ignorant. The world has no more room for ignorant people. Ignorant people are the ones falling dead, dropping dead. Look, man. Let's go. Let me show y'all something, man.
sense to us that kids in America were getting, and in California, we're getting significantly less protection from these chemicals than kids in other countries around the world.
Yeah, maybe not in California. It's a snack attack. The Golden State is cracking down on flaming hot Cheetos, Twinkies, and other snacks after state lawmakers voted to ban chemicals used in them from school lunchrooms. Backers of this bill claim the dyes in those products can cause neurobehavioral problems in some children like ADHD, but industry opponents dispute reports about its damage to people's health. But could this be a bipartisan issue? You know, RFK Jr. is teaming up with Donald Trump to make America healthy again, saying that, quote, the issues that bind them together is having safe food. Watch this.
Don't you want healthy children?
Yeah.
And don't you want the chemicals out of our food? Don't you
Hell
want a
yeah.
president that's going to make America healthy again?
And we're going to bring it back, and we're going to make it healthy and beautiful and better than ever.
No, the one.
All right, we'll come back to that. Jillian, I've heard for a while, like, I think it's red number 5, that some of these guys are bad. I've got friends who won't let their kids have them. Doctors recommended. Is it kind of odd that this is the first time we've heard something like legislation being passed for it?
No, because I think, like we were talking about in the break, like at most everything that we eat and put in our bodies in this country is like trash. And so this is a continuation of that. I'm not like too particular. I'm not like a huge health nut or anything, but I first heard about it's the red and the yellow dyes that are really bad, and they're in everything, not just food. They're in like go look in your bathroom. They're in all the products in your bathroom, especially kids' products. There have been large-scale studies now that have shown that kids who ingest certain quantities of this stuff into their body end up having emotional, behavioral, neurological problems as a result. Some of them are like short-term, like, you know, maybe the kid freaks out for an hour. Others are longer-term. There also have carcinogens in them, which cause cancer. It's a very big problem. I don't think you can say like taking Cheetos out of our diet is going to solve the problem. It's like in Europe, they have these chemicals are banned. They're not allowed to be sold. I don't know when we're going to do something about it here. Maybe this will be the first step, but I do think it's an important step to get it out of the food chain, out of the supply here of everything that goes into our bodies.
Kennedy, she said a real bad word. She said ban. You know, we talked about freedom. We had free playing on the way in. But there's a difference between deciding not to put something.
Let me say what I will say. Let me say what I will say though. For real. I hadn't heard Kamala Harris say nothing about food getting chemicals out the food. I ain't heard Kamala Harris say nothing about, do you want healthy kids? I ain't heard nothing about her say nothing good about kids. I heard her say, let's get rid of the kids. I got a bill so you can get rid of all the kids you want to get rid of. That's the only thing I heard her say. And y'all want to bring her evil ass in office, bro, again? She done set the stage for what we're about to go through. Y'all have no idea what's about to happen right now with these waves of illegals we're about to have to fight. They have immunity. They have laws to protect them. You didn't see the black dude in New York who defended himself against one of them, was getting beat up, defended himself, he earthed him, birthed his ass, and he went to jail. The black dude went to jail for defending himself and guess what they charged him with? Hate crime. Because they have immunity. I showed y'all last night, those motherfuckers said they had immunity and impunity. There's laws that protect them. That's why people are like, why the FBI and the police can't do nothing? They have laws to protect them, and they know, they were told, bro, y'all come over here and do what y'all want to do. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got. Boy, come on, do what you got to do, bro. I'm going to give you some money, man. Go do what you got to do. Gun stores over there, just hit that shit. They sweet. They've been robbing gun stores. They've been RAPing women. In Chicago, they're hurting people come on, man. You ready for it to happen to you before you care? That's how sad we are in America. Motherfuckers don't care until it happened to them. And even then, after it happens to them, they say, oh, my baby. He ain't did nothing to protect. Oh, my baby. That's all we ever hear. We don't do nothing. Niggas don't feed their kids right. People feed their kids to death and then wonder why their kids be passing. And people eat their way into fatness and obesity and wonder why they be passing away and shit, man. Fat Man Scoop just passed away on the fucking stage. He had little man skinny arms with a big fat torso. Not healthy, bro. He ate his way to an early grave, eating all them nanobots and all that shit he ate. And that's no disrespect to that man. Because he said he had a poem. Man, I got the video. And I don't want to just play his passing on there because he literally passed away on stage, man. I ain't got that shit on me. I ain't playing that shit. But yeah, man. Ignorance is not bliss. You better goddamn tighten up. Life is not a game. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here, man. Big homie, big BAYDAY, man.